1, a 2, a 3, and a subdued. Hey now, Metal Mike, coming at you from the bunker here in Minnesota on Sunday. It is football Sunday, and I'm going to be listening to the Raiders game either on Sirius or if I'm blasting it's on television, I'll get to watch it. But what am I making this video for? What's new, right? We're going to talk about a little bit of junk, a little bit of antiquing, a little bit of collecting, a little bit of hoarding, presentation if you're a seller or a dealer. Let's talk flea market, eh? I got up at 3 this morning, got ready, drove all the way out to the Medina flea market. I had a blast. I got there, and I got to tell you, I felt dejected. This summer, it's been incredibly slow out there. Today, there was an excitement in the air. For some reason, it was dead when I got there, and then boom, it was popping. Now, was there anything extraordinarily special about today's flea market? No, but there were a couple of guys that showed up that had some different items. And I met another dealer who was selling out there, and an interesting story, so I'm going to share it with you because I think, let's touch on it for a moment, huh? This guy has been collecting since the 1960s. And now, I'm only going on what he told me, so it's hearsay, but here's the story he gave me. He's been collecting since the 1960s. He has all of the Schwinn bikes. You know, the lemon peeler, he's got them all. Every single one, he said, is in immaculate mint condition. He has Beetle paraphernalia. He has Tonkas in the box. Tons of stuff. He said that he valued his collection at about $250,000. He said he was looking to blow it all out for $150,000. Matter of fact, he said he won't even show it to anyone unless they have a big chunk of cash. Well, I looked him square in the eye and I said, sounds awesome. I wish I could step up to the plate in this situation. I'm all right, but I certainly don't have that kind of money. There is no doubt about that. But wow, what an exciting situation, because you have to think about it from two different aspects, from a collector or a picker. For resale, you got to think, okay, this guy is stating that he has a collection worth $250,000. And from what it sounded like, he was backing it up verbally anyway. I mean, it sounded like he was pretty well schooled. And I said, why don't you sell it on eBay? Doesn't want to do it, doesn't want to take the time, it's too impersonal for him. These were some of the reasons that he gave me. But, so here's where a guy could come in if you had that kind of money. Because more than likely, he's probably pretty right on with a value at $250,000, but I would bet there could be a chance here that he's way undervaluing it, and it could be a $500,000 collection. Because you have to remember, if he literally has been collecting since the 60s, he doesn't even remember all the shit he's got, because he said he has 3 rooms full. So that's a lot of shit. So what you end up doing, of course, is focusing on the main big pieces that are mint and have huge value, and you forget about the little pieces you picked up along the way that have big value to begin with and now have grown in value over the years. Simply stating, he could have one Beatles piece of paraphernalia in there that would cover your whole cost. And this is what's interesting, though, is he's not going to let no one get in there and pick. Unless I don't know how he's going to confirm that a guy could really step up to the plate, but who would want to go look at that collection and not have the opportunity to want to buy it? Wow, is that dejecting? You know, you wish you had $150,000 laying around that you could go over there and at least investigate. And then maybe offer him $100. Whatever. But here's the other deal to it is, remember, we're going to flip it a little bit from, like I said, from a picker dealer's look at this to a collector's situation. Let's look at this guy. He told me he was in his late 50s, reaching his 60s. I think he was saying he was going on 60, and that he wants to retire and blow this shit, flush it out, cash in now. And so, you know, I think at some point maybe you get too much. You know, we all have these dreams, we're going to have all these great items for retirement, but there comes a time where we have to move it out and sell it no matter what. Either that or fit it in the casket, or you're lucky enough that you have family that are going to take over for it and honestly love it. Because if they don't, it'll go quick and they won't be able to enjoy it. So that's the thing too, is accumulating too much. Burying yourself, and then at a certain point kind of just wanting to cash out and flush everything out. You know, I've done that on a low end. And that's what I talk about on a lot of my videos is, you know, there's tons of shit that I just don't need no more. And I've spoke about my dreams of getting rid of all of these tubs full of shit that I amassed over the years and making space for all high-end pieces. And really that pushes me to want to do that more when I see a guy in this situation, because he doesn't even know what he's got anymore. He just wants to flush out, take a quick profit. You know, he probably has $500,000 invested in this damn collection, and there's got to be sleepers in there. But he's willing to flush it out, to be done with it, to take the cash and run. So, interesting thing, it was kind of exciting out there. I scored a couple pieces. I guess we got to show you something, right? Because if I didn't show you something, then what would be the point of tuning into my videos? Just to hear me ramble? I doubt it. So let's at least look at something that's a lot better than listening to me rant. This is a really neat piece here. It's got a crack right here and here. The guy wanted $50 for it. I offered him $40, and I walked with it. I don't see a maker's mark on it. All I see is Patrol right here and Made in USA right here. But I could tell definitely it's old, original. I mean, it definitely shows its wear and its patina and its age. And I thought for $40, you know, for the personal collection, this goes right in it. This is one of my retirement pieces. I love it. And then what else did I pick up this week? Hopefully I'll have enough motivation to shoot another video of a heavy metal cassette collection that I picked up. Yeah, there's value in heavy metal cassettes, you better believe it. And I picked up some pretty cool ones. And I'm kind of excited about them, but you know, as always, it's the dilemma. You fall in love with some of this stuff, and you want to keep some of it, but you also have to move it. So what is your deal? Are you a collector? Are you a dealer? You've got to make that decision, right? I'm a collector. I've made that decision. Do I get rid of stuff? Do I trade it? Do I barter it? Oh, hell yeah. I totally do. But the main thing is I'm just trying to improve my collection. So when I'm moving stuff out, I'm just doing it so that I can get something cooler to take its place. And I want to have all smalls and very little where I can see everything, so that when I'm an old man, I can still get to this shit and it's not all buried in these boxes like you see behind me. So Metal Mike, end in the video before it goes too long, which it already has, but I don't give a shit. So I wanted to ramble, I wanted to rant. Football Sunday, hey now, get out there, find it. Finding this shit is so rad.